It is Monday, which means it's time for another video. The winner of the poll this past week was Murderock. It was almost gonna be Cannibal Apocalypse, but Murderock did win, ultimately. Murderock is a film by Lucio Fulci. I didn't know anything about it, other than it was a Fulci film. I actually bought it a couple months ago, during one of Kino's sales. This movie came out in 1984. It takes place in a dance studio, primarily in a dance studio. Basically, all these dancers are getting killed off in the same way. There is, for a Fulci film, there are no creative kills. Basically, the killer is taking like this hairpin, first chloroforming these girls, so they're knocked out when the killer does it, and this killer's taking the hairpin and stabbing them in the breast, basically all the way into the heart, so that the heart stops. That's literally the only kills in this movie. Nothing. It's so weird seeing a Lucio Fulci film especially, with not creative kills. That's the only problem I have with it. Other than that, it is a pretty solid movie. Is it my favorite Fulci film? No. But it's still pretty good, and it's definitely worth a watch if you guys don't own it. It is on YouTube, I checked. So if you really want to check out Murderock, also called, I think, Dance of Death, definitely check it out. Like I said, it's definitely at least worth a watch. It's a pretty good movie. I'm gonna spoil it, so if you have not seen it, stop what you're doing, go watch the film, and then come back to this review, because at this point right now, I'm gonna be spoiling it. So, basically, this woman, she's like the head of the dance studio. She is having like these dreams, nightmares, I guess you could say, of this guy trying to kill her. It actually turns out she does meet up with this guy, thinking that he is the one who's doing all these killings. It turns out that he is not the killer, but she's the killer. It's one of those, I guess the killer doesn't know they're a killer type of thing. And he stops her, and at the end, they come in, and they basically, the other people at this school come in, and they tell him that they know that he's not the killer, because I guess the jacket that this killer was wearing was being worn by a woman. I don't know how the hell they can figure that out, but, yeah, and the only reason I knew about this jacket was because, there was a character, not really given a lot of screen time, who takes a picture. She's a young girl in a wheelchair, takes a picture of the killer who was in the process of killing her babysitter, and that's how they figure out who the killer was, because of this picture, even though the picture doesn't show the face. But yeah, it's pretty good. 1984. This was kind of not, I guess you would say Fulci's prime, because Fulci's prime was definitely the late 70s, early 80s. But supposedly, from what I read on IMDb, they're supposed to make a trilogy of these kind of musical, music type movies, or dance type movies. But I guess Fulci was really sick at the time, so they never wound up doing that. It would have been interesting to see all these dance type movies, because it gives me kind of stage fright vibes a little bit, not completely, but the whole setting and everything, the dancing and stuff like that, gives me stage fright vibes. Stage fright is a little bit better than this, obviously, but yeah, that's really all I have to say about Murderock. Yeah, this is a spoiler review. I'm not gonna put it in the title though, because it is an older movie. If it was something newer, I would put a spoiler in the title, but since this is a old movie, I won't do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, it is available on YouTube, so check it out if you haven't. Also, I'm gonna be putting more movies on the poll. I'm actually trying to do movies that I have not seen yet, so a lot of blind buys. That's why right now I'm not taking requests at the moment because I'm trying to get through some of my blind buys, and this was one of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you go vote on the poll when that is posted. But in the meantime, I will see you guys on Thursday.